Hola, bienvenidos. How are you? All right. Another day, another live stream. Let's do this. I'm going to try to do a live stream every single day for the next 2 weeks. Some days I might be out making YouTube videos, but otherwise I'm going to do videos. What's up, Ben? My one live stream viewer. You see, I let this channel die. But if you guys want to see more of my other stuff, go to Tony's Travels. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time, replay viewers. Let's talk about weak men, weakness in society. Why women, even though they seem to want to create weak men through their use of psyops and mainstream media and the education system, and they want to keep us docile. And I'm not saying they as in there's some great conspiracy, but this is sort of a subconscious female pressure on the consciousness of all males across the Western world. They don't want us to be running around causing wars and humping everything that moves and getting into fights. And no, they want to, they would, on an unconscious level, I believe that the matriarchy would rather us be drugged, fat, sitting on our asses, playing video games all day, and just spending money like good consumers. I'm not blaming women. This is just where we're at. That's where we're at, right? So when I first got into this pickup stuff, one of the first lessons that I learned was that I'm a pussy and women don't like pussies. So how most men compensate when they come to this conclusion, maybe not even consciously, they just feel it, is they think, well, if I go to the gym and I start lifting weights and I get really huge, girls are going to think I'm a badass and I'm going to get women. I'm going to get more respect from men too. And that's true sometimes, right? If you're a bigger person, if you have more girth, if you have more height, you will get some initial different sorts of reactions from women. You're going to get a little bit more attraction, maybe. You're going to get a little bit more what you would call respect from men. But that only lasts a little while. It's like a first impression, right? And still, if you're a man, you still have to go introduce yourself to women. You have to talk to them, right? You can't always just walk around being good looking and expect women to think that you're the shit and come flocking to you. You have to be exceptionally good looking for these sorts of things to happen. You know, kind of like me, like really beautiful. But in general, women are attracted to strength, not in the sense of just physical strength, right? Like they want to see strength personified in a good body, a healthy body weight. Yeah, that's true. But the kind of strength that really attracts women is the kind of strength that says you could be the leader of men. If you went out in a group of people, you're going to be the one that everyone else looks to for answers. Hey, where are we going next? What are we doing next? If there's an emergency, you're going to be the guy to get shit taken care of, to protect the family, to provide, ideas, safety, resources, even money, food, shelter. Can you provide these things for a woman? This is what strength is. Strength is the ability to control your emotions. And so this is the basic premise here. What makes men weak? What makes men weak is their inability to control their emotions. So what emotions am I talking about? I'm talking about fear, jealousy, anger. What other emotions are negative? So we would say maybe sadness. Emotions serve a purpose. Emotions are ways for our psyche to communicate with us, to tell us what's right and wrong in a current situation. Bitterness, right? Emotions like this, they don't seem helpful. But what do most men do when they're dealing with beautiful women? Because you got a beautiful woman, you meet her at the grocery store, a place where you work, maybe one of your coworkers. and she's beautiful. And so every day you see her and you start to imagine those curves and what she would look like if she was your girl, naked on your bed, doing all kinds of wonderful things for you. And your emotions start to take off. You start to feel excited. Maybe you talk to her and she says, yeah, I'd love to get out with you. I'd love to go out with you. And you start to feel excited. Oh, on Tuesday, I'm going to go out with this girl. It's going to feel amazing because she likes me and I'm getting attention from her. She's going to rub her body on mine, and maybe we're going to kiss, and maybe we're going to bang. And it starts to excite you emotionally. You start to feel good about it. And so you go home and you're looking through her Instagram and your endorphins are sparking and you're feeling good. And then what happens? She flakes. She doesn't text you back. The day comes, you're like, when am I meeting you? And she doesn't get back to you. Oh, now you feel that cortisone dropping. You feel some anger. Then you think, wait a minute, what if she's with some other guy? You start to feel some jealousy. You start to get that, how dare you feel, how dare she? What do I text her? So you go and you Google, what do I text her? And you find my website, absoluteability.com, if you forgot. I used to be number one for why won't she text me back on the internet. And I had 700 men a day coming to my website. And what was my advice? Wait, for the most part, right? So yeah, you can't control your emotions. You've got fear, jealousy, anger. All of these things are male weakness, because a man who's in control of his emotions is a strong man. There's this movement, out there right now that is teaching men to be more expressive with their emotions. And I don't disagree with that. I think that if you're they call it toxic masculinity, right? But I don't necessarily disagree that men should be able to share their emotions with other people. I think it's a good thing. But if you allow your emotions to overrun your logical thought processes, this is bad, especially when it comes to attracting women, right? If she doesn't give you the reaction you want and you get angry about that, or you get sad about that, and you start showing these tells about how you feel, either through your body language, through the things you say, through your text messages, well, I didn't want to hang out anyway, or anything you do through an emotional core other than just feeling good and happy, is going to hurt you. Women loathe weakness. One thing they really loathe too is hate. When I say hate, I don't mean they hate it like the Jews hate Hitler, right? That's not what I mean. By hate, I mean it's just something they don't want to be a part of, because they know it's not good for them. It's not going to be good for them. Men who aren't committed to their own decisions, who aren't on their purpose. And I don't mean they're on their way to becoming astrophysicists or something, but if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, this is weakness, right? Like when I say, okay, I'm going to create a live stream every single day and rebuild my channel. And people get, oh, Tony's back. The 5 people who still give a shit. They come and they watch, and all of a sudden, oh, he didn't make a video today. They're going to lose respect for me, right? Because this, without some kind of good reason, is just weakness. So if I'm not doing something on this channel, I might do it on my other channel. But if you tell your woman, hey, I'm going to take you out to this bar, it's really amazing, we're going to go and get some drinks, and then when that time comes, you're like, actually, I'm kind of tired tonight, I think I'm going to stay home and play some video games. You might not say that to her, but that might be what you actually feel. I often do this. This is going to cause her to lose respect for you because you're weak. You're not able to keep your word. You're not able to do what you say you're going to do. When you're like, yo, I'm going to get a better job, I'm going to move up in the world. And you tell this to the girl you work with. And then 6 months later, you're still working in that shitty job. And you're still trying to flirt with this girl. Of course, she's not going to hook up with you. She knows you're weak. You don't do what you say you're going to do. You're like, yo, I'm going to get ripped at the gym. You don't get ripped at the gym. Same with men. You don't get respect from them because you tell them, oh, I'm gonna practice approaching women for 30 days, and then you do 2 days and you quit. This is weakness. changing your mind and finding a new path isn't weakness, right? In a way, it can be a weakness if it's detrimental to you achieving your goals. But if you're trying to achieve a certain goal, you can move the goalpost a little bit, but you might find a different way to get at that goal. Like my live streams might not be effective, so I'm going to change my goal maybe and start doing recorded videos, higher quality videos, or whatever it takes. But I'm going to achieve my goal. So the women in your life, they want to see a man who's doing what he says he's going to do. That's all it is. If that's like, yo, I'm going to go to New York and see this band I really want to see in New York. And then, a week later they go, oh, how was New York? Oh, I didn't go. Why? They see this as weakness, right? Okay, another thing that men do that signifies that they're weak men is they worship women. They worship them. They put their value higher than their own value. They used to call this putting the pussy on the pedestal. So the pedestal, it's this glorious platform that you put someone on, and they're higher than you. They're better than you. Oh, you see these guys at the bar. A hot girl will walk by, and they'll all look at each other and go, That's okay because they're appreciating her beauty, but that's also displaying thirst, right? Beautiful women, they don't want to be worshipped by the strong men. They wish they could be worshipped by the strong men because they are worshipped by the weak men. And they know it and they love it, just like you might love being worshipped by your cult. Or if you had a whole bunch of women, chasing you, it would feel good, but it would increase your sense of self-worth and your sense of value to the point where you'd be unattainable. You must know that you have your value that's a greater value than anyone else. Humble is a word for people who are weak, in my opinion. So humble people will say someone who's full of pride or full of, courage, or they're extroverted, outgoing, and strong. They will say, oh, those people are arrogant. They're arrogant people. Right? Like who's this guy to get onto a video and tell me how to get women? This is the weak man's mind processing strength. It's strong. It's strength to get out there and show people what you can do, to show people your skills. If your skill is talking to other people and communicating, you got to share that gift with the world. Women, if they see that you have talents and you have strength and you don't use it, this is weakness. They perceive it as weakness. If you can play guitar like really well and you don't want to play on stage because you don't feel like you're ready yet, weakness. If you're amazing at numbers and you can do mathematics like so amazing, but you work as a ditch digger because you're too lazy to go to school to get that degree to become like a scientist, this is weakness. So you got men who have no purpose in life. They're soft from living a docile, protected lifestyle, right? Like growing up with the internet, Netflix, just a sedentary lifestyle where everything is provided for you. You want food, you go to the store, you get food. If you need a job, you go work in a gas station for minimum wage and you can get by, right? We don't need much. What do you need? You need enough money to buy your video game system. You need enough money to buy some ramen and you can live. But then what's next, right? If you want to grow, you're going to have to become uncomfortable. And most men, they don't want to be uncomfortable. Right? Even so, I tried to do some tough guy stuff. I spent like a few months last year hiking, doing long distance backpacking through the forest. Do you know how much I prepared for this? I spent $1,000 on gear. So I would have a nice warm sleeping bag. I would have like mosquito repellent gear. I'd have the best walking sticks and the clothes that would keep me dry in case it rained. I had everything there for every provision. And what ended up happening was I felt safer in the forest, but I had to carry around like 40 pounds of gear on my back. You guys who are trying, this prevents you from going further, right? Further in life because you have too much gear on your back. You guys who are trying to prepare for everything, what to say, what to do. You're like a dude in the forest with 90 pounds of gear on his back trying to climb a mountain. You need to let go of that baggage, take only what you need, and climb the freaking mountain. If the mountain is learning how to become good with women, you don't need to prepare so much that your brain is overloaded with 90 pounds of luggage. You just need to go out and talk to girls, talk to women. The rest will sort itself out. It is strong to approach women. And if you're trying to get dates on Tinder, it's strong to show up to those dates and practice your social skills. This is the best thing you can do to demonstrate your strength to women. Sure, you might be giving away your power by being thirsty to chase the girls, but you're still demonstrating strength by taking action towards a goal that you want to achieve. Women loathe weak men, needy men, jealousy. Where were you last night? That's weakness. Getting angry. Oh, she's not texting me back. Weakness. You go and talk to 5 girls and none of them give you their phone number. You get depressed. Weakness. When you choose what emotions you want to feel and when, then you have strength. You can feel angry and use that if it's justified, but you can't let it control you. You can't stop moving forward because you feel sad. You go, I'm feeling sad. This isn't helping me. I don't like this. I don't like feeling like this. And you start doing the actions to change that. Okay, guys, that's all I'm going to talk about today. I hope it gave you some ideas. Like and subscribe, get my channel going again. And if you want a free coaching session, I'm putting a link to my booking software down there. All you got to do is go click on that You Can Book Me link, and you can get a free coaching session with me over Skype or whatever video system we want to use, okay? Until next time, adios.